For many years, people thought that humans entered the world with blank minds. They thought our eyes, ears, and other sensory systems recorded the world like a passive camera, giving our brains an objective view of the world. But not anymore.
Rachel, what song are you listening to?
Kong, do you know Ariana Grande? Wow, she ate There's Milk Clouds, and this is one of my favorite songs.
What did she eat? But never mind, let me hear the song. Is it as good as 月亮代表我的心? I used to sing that to your papa, you know.
Kong, but you cannot sing this to Papa, okay?
Okay. Bacon eggs. Rachel, so that's what she ate. Recently, all your songs, I realize, are all about food. Last week, you were listening to a song by BTS called Butter, right?
Yeah, that's right. But, Kong, wait a minute. How do you even hear bacon eggs? It's thank you, Nick, not bacon eggs.
Thank you, Nick. No, I'm still hearing bacon eggs. Maybe that's because, I'm getting a bit hungry, waiting for Popo as she cooks breakfast for us. Hopefully, she cooks something nice today, because last night, I think she used too much salad dressing.
Papa, Kong said that.
Rachel, shh. It's nothing. Don't get Kong into trouble. What do you want?
You were talking about dressing, right? Here's a really nice dress that I really like.
Rachel, the price is very nice too. White and gold, just like royalty. Very elegant, very nice.
Wait, Kong, how is this white and gold? It's definitely blue and black.
No, Rachel, it looks white and gold to me. Strange, perhaps we perceive the same things differently. I wonder why.
Kong, I know there's this new platform that knows all the answers.
All the answers, including the upcoming winning 4D numbers?
Maybe. Okay, how about we just ask ChatGPT, okay?
Alright.
Perception is subjective. Our brain actively organizes the information we receive through our eyes and ears. This can be influenced by the context or our past experiences, causing us to perceive the world in a different way. Let's go back to Rachel and Kong. The exact same sound input can be interpreted in two very different ways. First, I'm done with you. Thank you, next. Or a breakfast song, bacon eggs. This is an example of a concept known as Lady Mondegreen. In the 1950s, the author Sylvia Wright wrote about how she had misheard a traditional Scottish song growing up. She thought it was about a lady called Lady Mondegreen. Mondegreens occur because the actual auditory input is ambiguous. So we rely on all kinds of other cues like mouth movements or common phrases. What we're thinking about can also influence what we hear. For example, if we are more hungry. But what about the dress? Rachel saw blue and black, while Gong Gong saw white and gold. This is an example of top-down processing in the visual system. We can all look at the same thing, but we don't seem to be seeing the same thing. Why? In this case, our brains adjust for things like lighting. Technically, the colors of these squares are different, but we judge that the object is the same and that the colors in the same position are the same. In other words, we reverse engineer and discount the lighting. For the dress, we also adjust for daylight. Do we discount the blue, as if there had been a blue torch shining on it? If so, we would think the dress is white and gold. But if we discount the gold, as if there had been yellow light shining on it, we would think the dress is blue and black. So here's the big idea. The very fact that you get into these debates tell you that we don't perceive our world in an objective way. When we encounter our world, we're actively trying to make sense of it. And that's why we can all see the same object, hear the same song, but experience them differently. Lesson 1. Our perception is subjective, influenced by how our brain makes sense of the information we receive from our eyes, our ears, and other sensory organs.
Come home, Gong Gong is home.
And then, how come you're home even later than me today?
Do you forget, Rachel? Gong Gong is now working at the Science Centre Singapore at the Dialogue with Thai exhibition as a senior guide.
Okay.
Rachel, you don't look happy. What happened to you today?
So many things happened to me today, Gong Gong.
Wow.
Yeah, I not only missed my bus back home, I did poorly for my math test, and then my phone just now dropped inside the toilet bowl as well.
Gong Gong cannot help you for your math test or your dirty phone. But I can tell you a solution when you miss your bus. You just have to take bus 11 home.
Bus 11?
Yes, bus 11 means you walk home lah, Rachel. Gong Gong joking. I was joking with you.
Okay, but to be honest, you can't blame me, okay? I was busy scrolling through TikTok. Yeah, so I may have been distracted and I missed 1, 2, or maybe 3 buses. I don't know. But you can't blame me because that video was very, very mind-blowing. So I have to watch it multiple times.
What video? Show me the video.
Watch this video, Gong Gong. Yeah, I need you to count the number of times the people wearing white actually passed the ball.
Okay, I'm counting.
How many?
Oh, is it 18, Rachel?
Gong Gong, you got it right. This is 18.
What you kids call the Sigma.
Okay. But did you spot that gorilla inside the video?
Gorilla.
Yeah, there is one. Look.
Wow, how did I miss that? There was really a gorilla in the video. Attention is really such a powerful thing, Rachel.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand what my math teacher is teaching because I was busy texting my friends under the table.
Rachel.
Yeah. I think ChatGPT has some answers for us on this.
Okay.
Let's ask her.
In our world, there's always something going on. We don't pay attention to everything. When we prioritize something, we deprioritize something else. In the video we saw, we were all focusing on the basketballs. We were ultra competitive, trying to count the number of ball passes. We prioritize counting, and so we missed the gorilla walking out right in front of us. It turns out, your brain responds differently to what you're paying attention to. Here is a series of photos. Choose to either focus on the faces or the houses. What's happening in this experiment? All of you are looking at the exact same image, but some of you are focusing on the face and some on the house. But what's happening in your brain? Researchers ran functional magnetic resonance imaging scans to find out. If you're paying attention to the faces, you see more activity in the part of the brain responsible for processing faces, the fusiform face area. Conversely, if you're paying attention to the houses, you see more activity in the part of the brain responsible for processing houses, the parahippocampal place area. This is another reason why two people can be seeing the same scene, but you both walk away with a different experience. We pay attention to different things from the same scene. Lesson number 2. Our perception also depends on what we pay attention to.
Gong, what are you doing?
Rachel, you're sighing so much. Gong Gong just wanted to make you laugh. But why are you sighing again? Are you getting cooked in your Roblox?
Gong, this is more serious, but I don't know if I should share with you actually.
Okay, Rachel, you can wait until when you're free, no rush. And when Gong Gong is free, because later I have something on. Gong Gong is going to the CC to go dancing with the aunties.
Gong.
Okay, Rachel, don't get angry, Gong Gong was just joking with you. Okay, let me take a seat. Okay, now you can just spill your kopi.
You mean spill the tea?
Whatever.
Yeah, anyways, there is this Sec 4 prefect. His name is called Wesley. So I think
Answer is no. And oh no, make me so angry. Little rascal, trying to steal my girl away from me. Look at you. When you were young, you were so cute. See?
Yeah, so cute.
You grow up so fast. Remember when you were young, you mentioned last time, when you grow up, you wanted to marry Gong Gong, you know. Oh, so touching. So cute.
You want to listen to my story?
Okay. As if, listen.
Basically, back to my story. Yeah, so his name is called Wesley. So that time, when I was in my Sec 3 camp, all alone and frightened and also afraid, yeah, he was there to help me out. So he has been actually living rent-free in my head. So every time I see him, my heart beat even faster. I think I like him, Gong Gong. Yes.
想当年 back in Rye days, Gong Gong was a ladies' man, you know. You can tell Papa never mind this one because she already knows. You young people nowadays will say that I have a lot of risk.
Gong Gong, do you mean risk?
Anyway, it's the same. So I literally use this tactic, woo your Papa. So just like in your K-dramas that you enjoy watching so much, the male lead will always save the female lead from danger, and then they fall in love together. This is what I did. I brought your Papa to a haunted house on our first date. Look, that's me, very young and handsome. So you must scare them. There Wesley. Wow, wait till I get my hands on him. I'm going to find him now. Oof.
Where are you going?
I'm going to find Wesley now.
Wait, so is this really love or not? Or was it all because I was scared? Can I even trust my own perception now? Okay, I know. I can check with ChatGPT.
Sometimes we think we know what's going on. We experience and interpret the world around us and we're very sure of it. But, just like Rachel, our minds may be playing tricks on us. So we think we're in love. But have you ever noticed that in television shows, there's usually some danger or crisis before people fall in love? In these scenes, your heart is always racing. There's a classic psychology experiment that was conducted in Vancouver, Canada. See? This is a very scary, shaky bridge. And if you walk on it, your heart will almost certainly beat faster. Their researchers thought that if someone's heart is racing, they would be more likely to fall in love. So they positioned a very attractive researcher at the end of the bridge to give out a fake questionnaire. And at the end, the researcher said, "If you have any questions about the experiment, please feel free to call this line." Now, this is a standard statement that researchers put into every experiment, and in nearly 20 years of experiment, no one has ever called me. I mean, you don't go around calling the person who gave you a $10 voucher to fill out the survey, right? But after walking on the shaky bridge, many men picked up the phone and called the researcher. Basically, they tried to ask her out on a date. Now, you might think, maybe she's very attractive, that's why. But the researchers repeated this study on a boring, stable bridge. And this time, no one called the researcher. Psychologists have now tested this idea in many studies. We know that when someone's heart is racing, they are likely to mistake this as a sign of emotion. It's very odd, isn't it? For the past 150 years, researchers have been trying to explain how bodily reactions relate to emotions. And usually we think, oh, there's a bear, I'm afraid. Because you're afraid, therefore your heart races. That makes sense. But in the 1800s, researchers William James and Carl Lang thought it could go the other direction. You see a bear and your heart races, and that causes you to think you're afraid. You think, this is scary, and then you run away. In the 1960s, researchers Schechter and Singer thought that we should add one more step. After all, if your heart is racing, you might be afraid, you might be angry, or you might be in love. Why would you feel one emotion over another? And so the researchers concluded that this is another top-down process. Our heart races, and immediately we try to make sense of it by looking for clues all around us. If a bear is around, you might think, oh, my heart is racing, therefore I must be afraid. But if an attractive person is around, you'll probably think, oh, my heart is racing, I must be in love. And so, students, you learned it here first. The best place for a date is at a running track. One more reason for #HealthierSG. Lesson number 3. Sometimes our mind plays tricks on us. We're very sure of what we're experiencing, but we might be wrong.
1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4.
Let's stop. I think I'm too tired for this.
Okay, let's take a break, Make sure you drink more water, Rachel. Oh.
But Gong Gong, how come you don't seem tired at all?
Oh, that's because I learned from my colleagues. They said that as we age, we have to keep on exercising to keep ourselves fit and healthy. That's why I've been exercising a lot more recently. So I'm so fit. Rachel, you need to exercise more regularly.
Okay, I will try, okay, Gong Gong.
Good.
Gong Gong, Mr. Andy's Link's dog is so cute. Gong Gong, this reminds me of our pet dog, Lizzie, when we were very young, right?
Alisa,
Yeah.
what about her?
So actually, Alice is very, very nice, right? Cute and fluffy. And then she loves to follow me wherever I go. And then she loves to sit on my lap. But strangely, she doesn't bark at all.
Rachel, are you what they call the Dilulu? Dilulu.
Gong Gong, how do you even know the phrase Dilulu?
You taught me that before, but more importantly, you remembered wrongly. Alice was actually not our pet dog. She was a pet cat, you remember? Let me find for you in the photo album. Maybe she behaved a lot like a dog, that's why you remembered wrongly. There you go. See?
Yeah, this is Lizzie.
This is Alice, right?
Wait,
It's a cat.
how can my memories be wrong?
Looks like not only Gong Gong's memory is getting bad, yours is not good as well. Let me test you further. You know the game Pokemon Go?
Yes, of course.
And the Pokemon got Pikachu. Okay, I want you to picture its appearance in your mind. Okay, let me test you this. Does it have a pure yellow tail or is it yellow with a black tip?
Yellow with black tip, of course.
Are you sure?
Double confirm.
Okay, let Gong Gong go and check for you and show you the answer. There it is. Your final answer, Rachel?
Yellow with black tip, Gong Gong.
Okay, let's review the answer. You are incorrect. Look, it is pure yellow.
Wait, let me see.
Yeah.
Is this the real Pikachu, Gong Gong?
I bought it from online.
I still don't believe you. I shall check it up online.
You don't believe Gong Gong? Look, isn't it yellow?
Gong Gong, you are right.
And this is a popular example of the Mandela effect.
Strange. No, can I even trust my own memories? I think ChatGPT has an answer.
When you remember something, you might be able to visualize the original scene, recollect how it smelled or what you heard. But did you really perceive these? And so, many of us think Pikachu's tail is black at the top, Over the weekend, I've been asking all my friends, young or old, everyone thinks Pikachu's tail looks like this. But in fact, this is Pikachu's tail. Let's try something else. I'm now going to read to you a list of words. Rest, bed, nap, peace, drowsy, blanket, doze, tired, awake, snooze, yawn, slumber, snore, wake, dream. Okay, now I want you to take a piece of paper or the notepad on your phone. Write down as many words as you can recall. Did you write the word sleep? The word sleep was never on the list. In both of these cases, we falsely remembered a detail. But false memories can be even more dramatic, like how Rachel thought she had a dog when she really had a cat. This can happen to anyone. Have you ever remembered something so detailed you swear it happened, but later realized it didn't even occur? In the 1990s, psychology professor Elizabeth Loftus ran a series of studies that showed our memories can be false. In one of the studies, Professor Loftus asked participants to tell her about their childhood. And just to prompt them, she gave them 4 short stories that their family members had submitted. But here's the twist. One of the 4 stories was completely made up. For example, a story about the participant getting lost in the mall as a 5-year-old. Incredibly, 1 in 4 participants remembered the fake event. They even started describing details about it, how they had been shopping, how an older lady helped them, how the older lady was very nice. They made up the details. Later, researchers in New Zealand and Canada took this one step further. They photoshopped participants into a hot air balloon. This time around, 1 in 2 participants could remember going on the ride. They said things like, for $10 you could get on the ride, or this was a Saturday and I went with my parents. In other studies, researchers have gotten participants to talk about even more extreme situations that never happened, like them nearly drowning, seeing a demon possession, or even committing a crime as a teenager. In each of these examples, we might have very vivid memories of how things smelled, looked, or heard, and the details may be completely false. Lesson number 4. We might embellish our memories and imagine an experience with a lot of sights and sounds that never happened. So remember that there's more than meets the mind.